Hello ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you're well. My name is Average J and this is my review for Dead Effect 2, which is a free-to-play first-person shooter. The first one I rated very highly because it's a very well-made game, and this one has improved upon it even on ways that I didn't even realise it needed improving. I can't really show you much in the way of gameplay because it will not capture it very well on my phone at all. I'm using a Samsung Galaxy S5. It plays the game just fine, but if you try and record at the same time, the frame rate is just absolutely appalling. So I can show you the hub because not much goes on, so it's okay. So this is the very flashy looking sort of hub area where you've got a guy who does your weapons and a lady that deals with the missions, a terminal for armor. It's great, there's a statistics thing back here, so you can actually see, it works on a fingerprint thing. So you touch the screen with your finger, and it scans. See, I've been playing it for 27 hours and 57 minutes. I've died 21 times though. The game's challenging in the beginning, really challenging. There's the one thing I would say with the game is that there's kind of a steep learning curve. I mean, the basics of the game you'll pick up really quick because it's, you know, fairly straightforward, generic first-person shooting. But it's those bits and pieces around it. I mean, you have like your armor terminal. In the beginning, I really didn't know what I was doing with all this stuff. But if you look at like your gear, this is your armor, and right away it will take you to the bonus shop where you can buy stuff. There's a premium currency, which I actually strongly advise investing in. The game is free to play, but it has ads at the end of a mission, so they don't overdo the ads or anything. But, you know, make a purchase and that goes away. I can't recommend enough. If there is one game that is worth putting your money in, it is most definitely this one. It feels like a paid-for game. It really does. You don't need that premium currency. Like, half the weapons and armor that I've bought with in-game currency. I didn't need that. It was just that optional something that you can do. Like, oh, well, there's that available. Oh, maybe I will. But all this legendary armor, you see the yellow stuff to the side, on the left. It's all. I've got one mythical helmet which I made, and everything else is legendary. I got a full set of legendary armor, and I didn't use premium currency for any of that. I bought it all with in-game money that I earned, and yeah, it goes a long way because you actually, like, when you select an area of yourself, I'm gonna have to move myself. But if you select, say, your legs, there you go. It will show you what you've picked up because you pick up loot, and then you can compare it to your stuff and then sell it. So it's got these really strong RPG elements in it. What amazes me is that it's got you have powers as well. Like, people compare it a lot to Mass Effect, say that they've stolen things out of Mass Effect, like the push. You have the push ability where he moves his hand and everybody just gets thrown down in front of him, which is extremely useful against, you know, a horde of zombies. But I don't care if it's taken from somewhere else. I really don't. It makes no difference to me. If you can implement something from somewhere else into a game as well as this has, I don't care where you get it from. I'll be honest, I really don't. If it works, great, go for it. There's lots of elements from lots of different types of games. It's taken inspiration from all over the place, but it's merged it all together so well. It's fantastic. It's so much deeper than I expected it to be. I mean, there was some layers in the first one, but it's incredible. When I said that it had improved in ways I didn't realise it needed to, there was something I loved in the first one, and that was the fact that you can press a button and it will show you where your objective is. And that was something that I loved. If there was anything wrong with it, which I didn't think there was, is the fact that the arrows appear on the floor, so you have to look down to see them. But in this one, it doesn't. The arrow just appears right in front of your face and it just sort of wanders off so you can follow it. Even if there's multiple objectives, you'll just see arrows disappearing all over the place, so you can never get lost, which is fantastic in a mobile game because you want things to be, you know, short and sweet. because obviously, you know, you might be on the move when you're playing it. But it's something that you could do a 3-minute mission, 3-minute survival mission, something like that, or a story mission. You could be done within a few minutes. So, you know, you could pick up and play, but you could also sink hours at a time into it, and I do mean hours. This is where you get, like, the missions from. And it's all kinds of missions. So the story's in 2 parts. So there's a fair few story missions, part 1 and 2. You have generic missions, which is just collection missions. There might be hacking missions in there where you've got to plant a bug in a computer and then defend it. There's recovery missions where you've got to take something back that was stolen. There's lots of different things you can choose. They're all the different levels. So you've got 6 different places to do them on, and each one has about 4 or 5 different types of things you can do. There's only one I don't like because I'm not very good at it. And that's is it bomb recovery or something. You have to go in, collect the bomb, but get out without being hit, otherwise you explode. Yeah, I just explode every time, so I'm useless at that, but it doesn't stop me trying. You have Biohazard, which is the same as it was, well, it's actually better than it was in the first game. So you have waves, you choose how long it's going to be, how many waves you're going to have, and there are all the places you can do it. So there's plenty of biohazard to do as well. You can choose difficulties too. There's everything from easy to hell difficulty. You've got survival mode, which works really well. It's just literally survive for as many minutes as you choose. You have a daily mission, which is only available every so often, or I'll be doing mine soon. So that's cool. So each day that you do it, you get an additional bonus. It says the daily mission bonus is 20%, and then it goes up each day. And lone wolf missions, which is where you have to, there's marines in this game, it's not just zombies. There's marines, there's bosses. They expanded on the enemy types a lot. So this would be you against like a military installation taking out soldiers. It was one of the things I had problems with in the beginning, was I found soldiers really difficult to kill. Well, it was more a case of I was dying really quickly. But it soon changes. You have to bear with it. Infestation it's essentially the same thing but with zombies, and there'll be a boss zombie at the end, like a big guy with a minigun. And then you have side tasks, and these are things that it's more objectives for you to do. It can be within any of those missions. So there's a guy called Minikin, and he wants you to take out his clones. And this is like the 3rd or 4th iteration of it, because each time you do it, it gets replaced with a slightly more difficult one and all that. And yeah, you end up with chainsaw ones, and now I've got to kill 20 chainsaw ones. But each one each mission rewards you in some way. Sometimes it's like a level up point to something that you can invest within your character, and other times it's like that, where you get a mythical weapon codex, which is something that you can insert into a weapon. So as you can see, there is a lot that you can do in this game. And as well as that, there's 3 classes to choose from. The characters are pretty generic, the story's fairly generic, improved a lot from the first one, most definitely. So much. But I move me again. And here, as you can see, there is a lot of different weapons to choose from. And as you go through, as you level up, you will find that there is a lot more, weapons here to choose from. Some are premium currency, some are regular currency. But I've been spending my money a lot on a new pistol I've been upgrading. And look, there's even Thor's hammer. How can you not want Thor's hammer? So there's a melee class, is why there's so many melee weapons. But that's described as a really hardcore class, because it's supposed to be very difficult. So you've got a woman who specialises, she's like a shotgun she starts with, and then the man, the regular guy, he starts with assault rifle. So I'm the regular guy, the regular grunt, as it were. And from this screen, you can upgrade your weapons as well. See, I found this to be a bit confusing in the beginning. It's just another thing. It's a learning curve. You've just got to investigate everything, check it all out. It might take a little while, but you'll get used to it all, and it's definitely worth getting used to it. See, that's my awesome pistol. It tells you what level it is and then what the max level can be. So as you upgrade it, it can level up. But let's invest. See, magazine size is 11,600. So you can afford quite a lot. You can. I've only done like 1 or 2 missions since I last spent all my money, and I can already afford to upgrade that weapon again, plenty. So that just goes to show that they don't. It's not as grindy as most games would be. Achievements wise, if you're interested in Google Play achievements, there is 100 of them. Each mission, story mission, has like 4 achievements to go for, and they're not the same thing over and over again. They're so different. So you think you've got it down. Oh, I see. So I need to do this sort of thing. And it'll be something completely random. It could be anything. It really can. It's amazing. It could just be collecting certain things, or it could be getting through the mission without using any healing stations. So you're like, right, I'll keep trying to do that. But then the next one might be get through the mission using all of the healing stations. Lots and lots of replay value. This game can last you an age. And I mean, there is. It's not perfect. There is at this time, the story's not finished. You go here and it just says coming soon. So I've got to wait for the next update, and I've got no idea when that's going to be. So that's slightly frustrating, but at the same time, this game's not going anywhere. It's a very big download, well over a gig, but it's worth it. You guys have probably got more space on your phones than me because I've got an antique phone by this day and age standards. But if you don't have a controller, the on-screen controls work well enough. Even with the on-screen controls, I would give it a 9 out of 10. And if you have a controller, it's 9.5. It's not perfect, but it's not far off either. 9.5 out of 10, I recommend. It's on Steam as well as iOS and Android. So get it, download it right now, and it's worth putting money into. I highly recommend you do that as well. Yeah, I can't recommend it enough. So I hope you enjoy it if you download it. I'm sure you will. Just remember, bear with it. You can get past that learning curve. If I can, anyone can. And I appreciate your time. If you're seeing this soon, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thanks for watching.